Hey, so today we got a third place OTS Championship Spright deck. This was like pre-Rage of the Abyss, so like maybe like a month ago, probably. Just the last one to happen. Anyways, the meta I was playing against was pretty much all Fiendsmith, Yubel, or Snake Eyes decks. So considering I dueled against that a lot, I'd say it's a pretty solid list. But disclaimer, I was playing the Bestials in that tournament, and I took them out because they were good, but they're not like amazing or anything, you know. So let's just get into it. So we got Spright Blue, obviously triple. We got Spright Jet. We got Spright Carrot, and then I like to play two Spright Reds because it's really good. If you get Dark Ruler no more than you have a set Spright starter, then like you can at least get that one disruption back because it got shut off. Spright Carrot might be a 2 of 2 since a lot of people are playing Board Breakers now. So yeah, now for the next cards, we got the triple Swap Frog. This card's great to start with. Sometimes you draw it and it's kind of bad, but I mean, at the very least, this one card gets you the totally awesome now, so you know. Then I'm playing Dupe Frog because, you know, we're Sprites. A lot of our end board cards have low attack points, so we want to protect our low attack point monsters for sure. But there's another reason, I'll show you in just a moment. But we play the Mirror Mage with the Freezing Chains because you send this with Swap Frog to the graveyard to search this card, which reborns this card, and then boom, you got two Aquas for your totally awesome. But I'm gonna tell you I play the Dupe Frog because I play the Click and Echo. This card is crazy. So this card reads, people don't know that this card cannot be tributed for an effect or for a summon. It cannot be used as Fusion Synchro or XZ material, and it can only be used as link material. And twice per turn, if this card is linked off, you can summon it to the opposing player's field. So if it's summoned that way, the player who controls it must keep their hand revealed. So my whole combo revolves around this card in the end, and then the Dupe Frog is just to protect people from crashing this by battle, or like an evenly match or lightning storm or something. The twice per turn effect is also really good, and I'll show it in a combo video later on, but it synergizes really well with my strategy. Next we got the obvious triple Beaver, double Angler, standard Spright stuff, and then the hand traps. This is the new addition that I replaced the Bestials with, the Ghost Warner, just for time, but it's a okay card. Triple Ash Blossom, triple one Call by the Grave. We got a triple Droplet, triple Talents, triple Spright Starter, triple Imperm, and then we got Spright Double Cross and Silhouette Trick. People play this Azurune statue, but considering this deck can play Dimension Shifter, and a lot of other decks also play Dimension Shifter, the Azurune statue tributes for cost, and this doesn't care about Dimension Shifter. So this, in my opinion, is better strictly on the terms that Dimension Shifter is a card that is in the meta and that you side deck yourself. So I play this. Alright, so that's it for the main deck. Now we got the side deck. So we got Totally Awesome. We got Armored Kappa. Okay, so Armored Kappa is really good, okay? This card is basically, if the Tenpai Dragon deck doesn't get rid of this card with a Regeki or something, this card says, start of the damage step, you discard a card, and then none of your monsters can be destroyed by battle in that turn, and you take 0 battle damage for the turn. So this basically buys you a whole turn. It's basically kind of similar to the Lyreless monster, the Simple Nightingale, but this card can also boost its attack points and defense points, so it can go to 14,000 on basically your first turn, and then on your second turn it'll go to 24,000. So you know, this card is really good. It also can protect your the Click and Echo, but you'll see my side deck in a minute. It can also protect that. So we also play Cat Shark, very important card. You have to play this. This card is a iffy card. It's okay. You don't have to play this. It's just good because it discards to bounce a card, and it could be good if you have a Nimble Angler in your hand. But also, if you're gonna play the Zeus and Downward Magician, this card's also really good because its effect doesn't detach. So that means you can use this effect and still have 4 materials for your Zeus. And we got 2 gigantic sprites. Of course, you know, you have to play 2. The Mosquito, I'll show you combos with the Mosquito later, but long story short, they have a 2700 attack monster, and they're not playing Yubel, and you can just summon this and it's GG. And also, if you play against Anomorphia, this card is the best card in your deck against that deck because it has 0 attack points, so pretty much it can't be negated by that big stupid T-Rex guy. And then this card right here, Mannequin Cat, this card is one of the goats of the extra deck besides obviously these 2, but this card, man, this card is insane. People don't even know. This card is iffy. I kind of threw it in my deck after the tournament just because I needed a way to get rid of the Nightmare Pain against the Yubel matchup, because without the Nightmare Pain you can OTK them even if they have monsters on the board. And so yeah, this is just to negate Nightmare Pain. Also 2200 attack, it's one of the highest attacking attack point rank 2, so there's also that. But yeah, this card basically, you target a card in the field, and while this card is face up, that card's effects are negated. You can't activate it. So you know, this is also a new addition. I played the Phantom Knight's Curse Javelin. I put it in after the tournament because this card negates an effect monster's effect and puts their attack points to 0. And you can use this on a Yubel monster. Even though their attack points are already 0, you can still use this to negate its effects. I put it in after the tournament because I realized you can just use this to OTK because you need the 1600 attack points. If you summon this and Cat Shark and Gigantic, 64 plus 16 is 8,000 directly. So that's the reason I put this in. It's really good. All right, and then last but not least, we got the Link monsters: Nightmare Phoenix, SP Little Knight, Masquerena, Spright Sprint, and Silhouette Rabbit. Pretty much standard Sprite cards. You know, almost every Sprite list has these. You gotta play this. You gotta play this. Random tip I learned recently: if your opponent has both of these cards linked, you can and you have a way to negate one of them, because you know this one protects battle destruction. You can negate the SP Little Knight with something, and then since they probably won't chain it because you know it's not gonna be sure by battle anyways, you can summon your own SP Little Knight to try and break their board, and you can continuously attack over the Nightmare Phoenix because it's not negated, or the SP Little Knight. So that way you can attack directly, but they have a 0 attack monster for you to beat over. So again, you could put like one of these to 0 with the Phantom Knight card, and then you can summon the Gigantic over a Link monster and have this double its attack points. So now that you have all 3 of these monsters, 64 over the Phoenix, it's 0 attack, doesn't die by battle. 16, boom, that's game, baby. Alright, and then last but not least, we got the side deck. Obviously, Red Resonator. Obviously, I mean, come on. If you're not playing this card, what are you doing? And then here's my tech card. So we got Barrier Statue, the Torrent. You set it up with the Mannequin Cat and the Click and Echo every time. That's why you play the Armored Kappa and the Duke Frog, so you can protect this. But I mean, they also protect everything else, so you know, no big deal. Then we got the obvious Triple Dimension Shifter. Yep, that's right, we're being degenerate. And it sucks, I hate this card, it needs to be banned. And we got the Triple Phantasme. A lot of people were link summoning, so you know, it's just a good card. But since our deck relies on our normal summons so much, we need this. And this card protects you from targeting, which is extremely important because if you played Sprites for any amount of time, you know that if you don't draw the freaking Beaver, or you don't draw the freaking Swap plus a water monster, if they interrupt your normal summon, you almost pass turn. Oh, and if you don't have Sprite Starter, you pretty much pass turn. So you need this to protect your normal summon, like you need it. And then triple Cosmic Cyclone, because I hate Runic, I hate Floodgates, I hate Back Row, I hate it. And then we got the Spright Gamma Burst. You need to play it if you're playing Dimension Shifter. You have to. So that's the only way to OTK under Dimension Shifter. And then we got the double Lightning Storm and Harvey's Feather Dust are pretty self-explanatory. Yes, I know these two conflict, but hey, what are you gonna do? You can shuffle it back with his effects or whatever, you know. And then that's the deck. I think it's cool. Real quick before I end the deck profile, I'm gonna throw out some cards that you can play if you don't want to play my play style because you don't understand it or you just think it's bad, which is totally cool. I don't care. I'm here to help y'all. So you can play these two. Obviously, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can play these two. So there's this other thing you can play. You can play triple E-Telly, which is extremely good. If you draw this can be a 1-card full combo without normal summoning. Freaking crazy. So what you do is, if you're gonna use this, you have 2 options. So you can do this option, which is full combo without normal summoning. You E-Telly to Mutant, MO5. On summon, it searches for Mutant. So you, in the draw phase, always in the draw phase when you draw this, always, you activate in the draw phase, summon in defense mode, effect to search in the draw phase for Mutant. Now you go standby main. This card basically allows you to activate in hand to summon itself to the field if you control a mutant monster. And basically after that, you just go Mutant, Spright Sprint, send Nimble Angler, you're off to the races. So that's why that one E-Telly can be a full combo. However, you also have another option which I personally think is hilarious and awesome. You can play the Psy-Frames, because let's say you're going first. If your hand is really good, has a lot of engine, you can use this towards the end of your combo to summon one of these from the deck. And then what happens is you summon it from the deck and you have Swap Frog on your field, and you use Swap Frog to return one of these for cost. So it's kind of like how in the OCG they were summoning Maxi with Gigantic and then returning it for cost. This is kind of like the same concept. You summon one of these, even Epsilon, which is the Trap Negate, whichever one you want, and then you return it to the hand with Swap Frog, and then you play Psy-Frame Lord Lambda so you can activate them on your opponent's turn, and you have a really super powerful disruption that is just freaking nuts, man. So that's the other thing you can do. That's the other option you can play. I would definitely explore it for you other Spright enjoyers. And then we have the last cards I want to recommend if anyone wants to play it with a different play style. We got the Adventure Engine and the double title, because this is crazy. Imagine you open both of these, you discard, send Nimble Angler, and then you search, and then you summon 2 with Nimble Angler, or you freaking, oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, you can discard Nimble Angler to send the Water Enchanters to graveyard, and then you can trigger the Angler and get the whole Adventure Engine online, man. It's freaking nuts. So yeah, that's the other option. Only thing is, it loses harder to Dimension Shifter and Droll, and that's why I'm currently not playing it. But just imagine the possibilities if Dimension Shifter or Droll weren't in the format. This would be nuts. So yeah, Spright best deck.